Welcome to the Odds Brothers Podcast, coming to you from the Bentley Sportsbook inside the new Southland Casino and Hotel. Follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and Google, and coming soon to YouTube. Today's show is presented by Bentley Online Sportsbook. Download the Bentley Online state-specific sportsbook app today from the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Now, here are the hosts of the show, Moneyline Mark.
I'm not a smart man.
And Point Spread Shane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Good gravy. Welcome to the new show, everybody. And there's the man in specifically responsible for that one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, man, you don't know how long I've been waiting to play that thing for you. Whew, I about passed out laughing.
At least 72 hours, I'd imagine.
Whew, boy, I'm telling you.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Odds Brothers for a Friday, September 30th, 2022. It'll be episode 19 if you're following along with your favorite duo. Today, we got a lot of good stuff for you. Of course, we're going to cover the top 25 in college football this weekend. We're finally getting to the point of the year where all the cupcake games are just about over with, and we get into conference play for a lot of teams. And as a result of that, we get a lot better games. So you'll notice not as many 50 and 40-point spreads this week as normal.
Well, I must not have looked at the Nebraska line. What is it?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that, I guess.
You'll
okay.
love it.
Sweet.
For all you Cornhusker fans out there, Mark is your least favorite person on the planet.
There you go, Preston. Have at it, Preston.
Yeah. My guess will be that he'll be your most hated person here in about 20 minutes, give or take.
What?
When we get down to that game.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Okay, to the Nebraska fans anyway.
Right.
All right.
Also, on the show today,
we have a special guest.
We have a special guest. We got our Pick 6 game where it's the pros versus the average Joes. Of course, last week we took our expected lumping from Osi. The GM here, he went 5-1 in games last week. Of course, we picked the worst games possible, so we made sure he won, and we got to keep our jobs.
That's right. I was going to say, if you caught Monday's episode, we explained how he was able to beat us so badly.
That's right, and that's the story we're sticking with, damn it.
Yeah, but on this case, we're not going to be so generous this time.
Not this time.
No,
sir. You hear that, Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle, we're not going to be generous.
No generous this time. All right. Feeling good until maybe this weekend. We'll see on some of my picks, but I felt better about this one's coming up. This one's than the ones I had last week. A lot of hard games, but I think a lot of games this week in the NFL are, well, first of all, there's only one game over a touchdown. So they're expecting a lot of close games this weekend. And I love that, personally, to pick, because then you're just betting on what team you think is going to be in the best health, best shape.
Best health.
Yeah, we got a lot of injuries out there if you haven't seen. Tua in Thursday night's game.
Yeah, wow.
Looked like he did get knocked out, like literally.
Man, that was scary. The way his hands were on his face mask, that was very scary.
And I'm just wondering if it was all related to last week's kind of interesting halftime thing where he come out and supposedly got cleared from concussion protocol.
You and the Player Association, they're all wondering the same thing. That investigation should start soon.
Right.
Won't conclude for a while, but it will start soon.
All right, well, like we do every week, before we get to our Average Joe special guest, we'd like to get you interested in signing up for the Bentley app, mobile app in both Arkansas and Tennessee. And in order to help you get there, we've got a risk-free promotion, at least from a bet, for signing up. Mark, tell us all about that.
That's right. So on the Bentley app, either in Tennessee or Arkansas, you get a $250 risk-free first bet. Your first bet must be at least $10 up to $250, and the odds must be minus $250 or greater. If your ticket's a loser and you meet all the minimum requirements, you will win one free bet equal to the amount you wagered up to $250. The best thing about it. Tell them the best thing, Shane.
Best thing about it is you can stay over here in Arkansas, sign up because they're separate accounts.
Yes.
Go ahead, get your $250 bet over here.
Yep.
Hop the river.
Pop it.
Sit in the Bass Pro parking lot.
Yes.
Act like you're a hermit. Try to park far away from the building so not as many people
it
see
doesn't
you
look
in
suspicious
there,
that
staring
way.
at your phone for a half hour. Sign up over there, and guess what? You get another $250 risk-free bet there.
That's right.
So that's $500 worth of potentially risk-free bets.
I wonder if our special guest has ever been on the Betly app and done any betting on that.
I don't know, but we'll ask him because
Okay.
our special guest today, also known as Dump Truck,
Yeah, dump truck.
is Mr. Stephen Thorne.
All right.
What's going on, Captain? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Stephen works for the kennels here for the Greyhound racing portion. Him and his family have been in it a long time. What would you say? Dad's probably been, 40 years or so, 4 decades worth?
Yeah, something like that. About 40 plus, probably.
Yeah, and you were pretty much in it as soon as you could grab a hold of the lead, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so if he's anywhere good at picking games like he is at picking winning dogs, the pros have nothing to worry about this week.
Sweet. Tell us a little bit about yourself there, Stephen. What do you like to do?
I like to play disc golf.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Yeah, tell us more about this disc golf.
There's the master of disc golf right here.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
man.
so excited there.
Mark got me back into playing disc golf a few years ago, and I got out of it 15, about 14. I can't remember, but I decided to stop playing, and next thing you know, I ran into Mark, and he got me back into playing disc golf, and still playing it right now.
All right. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
played
cheaper
too.
sport than golf, right?
it is.
Yep.
Unless there's
Just
a lot
as
of
fun.
water holes, then it can be just as expensive.
It can be expensive if you lose a lot of disc, though.
So let me ask you this. So how did you get your nickname, Dump Truck? No, we don't want to talk about that? No, right?
Well, let's don't talk about that. Let's
Okay.
get that subject.
Let's just say it involves Taco Bell and a really quick feeling like that's
Oh.
probably not a fart.
Something's percolating.
Yeah. All right. Well, good deal.
And back to that question, yes, I have bet on Betly app a few times.
Nice. Win or not? Or did you take advantage of that $250 risk-free first bet?
To be honest with you, I'm like even on that, you know.
All right.
Yep.
Have you played in both states or just Arkansas?
Just Arkansas.
Well, Bass Pro Shop's only like 2 minutes away.
Yeah, that is true. But I will do that one day.
All right.
It might be this Sunday. How about that?
Yeah, especially if he's going to make a pick. I think I know what he's going to pick on one of these games coming up.
All right. Well, speaking of picks, every week
it's
on
time.
the Friday segment, we love to do a little thing called the Sweet Treats and those bad beats. Well, Mark will tell you about a nice little hit somebody got on us here at the Sportsbook. Keep in mind, we are broadcasting here inside the Betly Sportsbook inside Southland Casino and Hotel. And then we have a bad beat where that's usually on the side of the ledge where I'm at. You get awful close, one leg away from cashing a big ticket, and then something happens. Interception, Jameis Winston, something along that line, and you lose. Right?
All right.
All right, so let's kick it off for Sweet Treats and Bad Beats.
Maybe.
Hey, we're back.
Huh, how about that?
Should I cue it up from somewhere else?
Well, I hope not. Play? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play, Paul.
Hey, we're
Paul.
trying to get all these good graphics down. Mark's
Yes.
been very proud of these lately.
I have
Are you
been.
set?
It's not coming through very loud, is
It's
it?
not coming through very loud, no, but hang on a
It's
second.
literally the dumbest thing I've ever
How
heard.
about you try to do a restart here?
All right. We'll do a restart.
What do we have for it? Actually, this looks to be good.
It is now time
There.
for Moneyline. Mark to dig deep into his brain
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
and give you the sweet treats
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
and bad beats
Oh, that didn't pan out.
in the world of sports betting.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
I love that one. All right. Steven, you got to make sure you watch that on YouTube when we post it.
Will do.
All right. What do you got for this week's Sweet Treat there, Marcel?
All right. So you got your pen and paper?
By the way, Steven, we
That's
got to
right.
try to guess what this pays, all right? So pay attention to the odds and everything that they bet, and then me and you get a guess, like
right.
Price is Right.
It's a showcase showdown.
That's right, on what's, how much we think it wins.
All right.
All right, all right. So go ahead, Mark.
All right. So today's sweet treat, we'll start with the sweet treat.
All right.
A guest here at Southland bet $5
Oh, boy.
on a 10-leg parlay.
Oh, geez, 10-legger.
10-legger.
That's the max.
10's the max. That's right.
All right.
All right. The ticket had NFL games from Sunday, 9:25. Are you ready?
Oh, my goodness. And they hit this? All right, go
They
ahead.
hit it. Okay, so they had the Tennessee Titans money line at plus 105.
All right.
The Bears money line at minus 145. The Colts point spread at plus 5 at minus 110. Dolphins money line at plus 180. The Ravens money line at minus 145. Cincinnati money line at minus 270. The Panthers money line at plus 110. The Jaguars money line at plus 140. The Rams money line at minus 180. And the Packers money line, which was an even pick'em game. Whew, I think I'm out of breath. I think I need to take a nap.
That's a lot of goodness right there.
$5.
So really, the only massive underdog to point was Dolphins, and I wouldn't say it's massive, but they were 180 at home.
We had Cincy at minus 270.
Yeah, heavy favorite against those Jets.
He had the G right.
5. Let's do that. This would pay for $5. $2,000.
$2,000.
That's
Steven,
my pick.
what
Steven,
do you think?
got?
I'm thinking 2,100.
Oh no, 2,100, not 2,100 and $2,000.
All right,
The
the actual retail price $3,361.16.
Well, Steven snaked me by that $100.
Ching,
He
ching,
just
ching,
went
ching,
over.
ching, ching.
At least he didn't do the $1 thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Was this Alan Harrell, by the way?
They hit this ticket.
Yeah, usually he's Mr. $5 10-team parlay guy.
You know, they want to be anonymous.
They want to be anonymous.
I really don't know who it was.
Oh, okay.
Alan's pretty good picking those $5 ones.
Yeah.
Oh, he just throws a ton of it at
They just
70 tickets, $5 a piece.
All right.
Doesn't get one.
Not only do you just have one thing to bet on and try to get to, now you have another showcase showdown to get to, and that's part of our bad beat, Steven.
All right, so let's go ahead. Give us the bad beat segment here.
All right. Guest bet $6,000 on a two-leg parlay.
Oh, two-legger.
It's only two-legger. Not much to think about here. All right.
All right.
Guest bet the Ravens point spread at minus 3.5, and that was at minus 115. And then had what everybody else had in the country, the Chiefs point spread at minus 4.5 at minus 110. He bet $6,000. How much would it have paid? Make Steven go first.
$6,000 from both of them minus 110s, I would imagine. Or
115, 110, basically.
okay, yeah.
I didn't write it down or nothing. I didn't even do my math.
That's all right. You won't get it right anyway. It's going to be like your picks.
Oh wow.
I'm going to say it's up there about
Say $1.
$1.
What?
12.
$12?
No.
Oh,
$12,000?
12 grand? All right. 12 G's. Shaney boy?
6 plus the minus on that one. You get that back. What was it? I'm going to say 11,400.
11,400. He says the actual retail price $15,415.
15, really?
Yeah.
So he got a bonus of $9,000 on top of his original bet to take two
Yep.
minus 105 and minus 115s.
That's right. That's a shame that he lost.
There must have been a profit boost in that one.
I do know who that guest was, but I will not say.
I know it wasn't Alan Harrell.
It was not.
That one I know.
It was not. But that
All
guest
right.
was a loser. Thank you,
go.
thank you very much. And that is our sweet treats and bad beats for the segment.
That's awesome. All right, let's take a look at the NCAA Top 25 action. Just a disclaimer here. Stephen is a big Georgia Bulldogs fan, so it'll be interesting to see what he says about this
good Lord.
game coming up. But we'll give our quick line and thoughts on each one of these games. A lot of good ones here. First of all, tonight, which is Friday, we got number 15 Washington at 4-0 on the year against another undefeated team, UCLA 4-0. They are unranked, though. Washington on the road, minus 2.5. The over-under 64.5. Stephen, and any initial thoughts there on that game?
Well, I like Washington there. I think Washington should cover minus 2.5.
Yep. Mark?
You think so? Yeah, I'll go. Boy. I'm not. I'm going to go with the home team favorite. I'm going to go with the UCLA. I think the home team's going to play a favor in that. You're giving me points in.
I am, but UCLA really isn't that good.
No.
Washington looks like they got something this year. It'll be the first road test, but
their defense is really, really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, 64.5. Somebody's defense is not that good tonight. I don't know who UCLA is going to be my guess.
Yeah.
All right. So Washington 2-1. Washington on this one. Saturday, Kentucky, number 7 in the country, undefeated at Ole Miss, number 14, also undefeated. So a nice SEC tilt here. Ole Miss at home, though, favored by a touchdown, -7, over under 54.5. Steve-O.
Well, I got to go with Ole Miss. This is the first. It's been a while they've been undefeated. The first time going 4-0, beginning of their season. I think Ole Miss will cover -7.
All right, Marcellus.
Wow, no, I'm going to go with Kentucky on this one. Even though they're playing in Ole Miss, I'm going with Kentucky.
I actually had Kentucky following right behind your Georgia Bulldogs, and I figured that they would do pretty good this year. Ole Miss, to me, has been beating people, but not by much, or not like they should. So I'll go ahead and take the touchdown. Ole Miss may win this game at home, but I'm not sure they're going to win it by much. All right, Texas Tech 3-1 at number 25, Kansas. I have no idea why they're ranked 3-1.
Wow.
Actually, I do have an idea, but it's false. Kansas State 7.5-point favorites. The over/under of 57 there, Stephen.
To be honest with you, I like Kansas State.
Wow.
All right, that's a dumb truck pick right there,
Yeah,
Mark.
I'm going to go with Texas Tech.
Yeah.
I'm going with Texas Tech all the way.
Not only am I taking the points, but remember 2 weeks ago, Kansas State got beat at home by Tulane. The only reason they're even halfway relevant, I think, is because everybody remembers last week in Oklahoma. Now, granted, that was a good win. I don't think that's the real Kansas.
You don't think so?
Kansas State, I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and take 7.5 Texas Tech. Kansas State may very well win this game, but I don't think they cover. That's where I'm going anyway. Speaking of the team Kansas State beat just to get ranked, you got 18 Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
3-1 on the road to TCU. TCU's undefeated at 3-0. Oklahoma by 6 is the current line. Over/under, though, 69.
Wow.
It's a Madden game there, Stephen.
I was going to say that's a Madden score there, right there. I'm going to go with Oklahoma after that loss last week. They should cover 6. I don't know much about TCU.
Mock?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think they're mad. I think they're mad they got de-pantsed at home. I think they're going to take it out on TCU. And I would probably bet Oklahoma -14, 15, 16, and 17 if it happened to be there.
Here we go. This is the one.
That's right.
Here we go.
Number 4, Michigan, 4-0 at my Iowa Hawkeyes. IOWA, 3-1 somehow. Michigan by 10.5. Over/under 42, and this is not a night game at Kinnick Stadium, by the way. It's an 11 a.m. kickoff, Stephen.
I got to go with Michigan.
All right, you're getting the last race forever. Mark?
Oh, wow. Well, at least I don't have a last racer, but I'm going Michigan, too.
Yeah, unfortunately. What did you say? Don't bet with your
Don't bet with your heart?
That's when the books win?
Yeah, bet with your heart.
Now,
I say bet
Iowa's
with-
defense, I do believe, is legit. They're really good. But Iowa's offense is as bad as it looks on camera. Like, I think Oklahoma just scores, I won't say it will, but a slow grind. A touchdown every quarter, 10 points in a quarter, and then eventually you look at the score and it ends up being 28-13 or 28-10 or something like that. So I think Michigan does cover at home. There's no Iowa offense. And remember, last year in the Big Ten championship game, it was Iowa and Michigan dump trucked them. Yeah, so there's a little history. Not a lot has changed between the two teams since then. Number nothing Purdue at 2-2 is at number 21 Minnesota, who's been looking really good at 4-0. Minnesota 12-point favorites, over under 52. Stephen.
Well, I heard someone told me the other day it's all about Purdue's quarterback. If Purdue's quarterback plays, they have a good chance beating Minnesota or covering that 12.
This wasn't Kelly, was it?
No.
Okay.
What do you got, Mark?
I'm going Minnesota.
You're going Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I think Minnesota's legit. I am going to go ahead, though, and take the 12 points. I think Purdue barely covers this. Not wins, but barely covers.
The double Esser right there. Shane and
Stephen, yep. And what could go wrong there? All right, Oregon State 3-1 at number 12 Utah at 3-1. Utah's 10.5-point favorites here at home. 54.5 there, Stephen, for the over/under.
Wow.
I'm going to take Oregon State. They played really good against USC last week, and I think they can cover that 10.
Bach?
No, I'm going Utah.
You're going Utah.
I'm going Utah.
Easily?
They cover.
Not going to do it.
Hey, want me to play that? I do have it. Here you go.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, not going to be able to do it. I want to take Oregon State, but I didn't believe they were all that good. I think they had the home. Everything juice is flowing, but on the road, I'm not sure they're going to be able to hang.
So who you take?
I'm going to go take Utah. I want to take Oregon State to Stevens Point, but because they played USC tough, but I think that was a home field advantage thing, and I don't think that's sustainable, really.
Right.
Speaking of a good game,
yes,
should
sir.
be a good game. Number 2, Alabama. Roll Tide.
Bama
Is going at number 20, Whoopig Suey-land, Arkansas
man.
Razorbacks. 3-1. Alabama, though, on the road in Fayetteville, a 17-point favorite, over under 61, Steven.
I'm going to go with the upset, Arkansas.
That does
Just
not
to
shock
win
me.
it? Like
The
money line?
The cover.
Oh, the cover.
Cover.
All right, that's not so upsetting then. I thought you were about to go ahead and pick them straight up money line. Are you doing that?
No, I'm going.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
What do you got, Mike?
So he chose Arkansas?
He chose Arkansas to cover.
Bama?
Stay within 17. You're taking Bama?
Yeah. I'm going Bama.
Arkansas is young. Arkansas should have won last week. They stumbled twice and kind of gave that game up.
Who they play?
They played Texas A&M in Dallas.
And it was a bad snap. It was a center.
Or it could have been another. Now, I think the home team helps here.
There's a
but
dragon on the field.
I think Alabama ends up winning this game like they do at Texas. Somehow they always eke something out, but I think they're going to be sweating it for a long time in Fayetteville. Give me the points in Arkansas.
Oh, boy, another double Esser.
Number 9, Oklahoma State at number 16, Baylor. Baylor's 2.5-point favorites at home, and 55.5 the over/under. Steve-O.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma State.
There you go.
I don't know much about them, but I'm going to go money line on them. Oklahoma State straight up.
Straight up, he says.
Don't look left.
Don't look left.
Don't look left.
My goodness. last week's champion.
That's right. He's pumping fists.
What do you got, Mark?
Sorry, I'm going Oklahoma State.
I do too. I don't think Baylor's is. They're a decent team, but I don't think they're all that in a bag of chips. I know they're home, but Oklahoma State looks the part to me. Give me the Cowboys.
Yes.
Rutgers 3-1 at number 3, Ohio State, undefeated and rolling. Ohio State 30.5-point favorites here, Steve-O, and the over/under of 58.
That's pretty easy. I'm going to go with Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Mark.
Same. Ohio State. I don't even. 30.5 still isn't enough.
Probably not. If Iowa can roll up 24 on you, I think it was.
Yeah.
Ohio State's a 55-city spot right there. I'm going to hang a 60 burger on them, so give me the Ohio State Buckeyes as well. Northwestern 1-3. Their only win coming against, Mark?
Go Big Red.
That's right. They're at number 11, Penn State, who's undefeated. Penn State by 25 right now, over under 51, Steve-O.
Penn State.
Penn State. Enough said, huh?
Yep.
Mark?
Let's see. It's Penn State versus Northwestern Junior High. I'm going Penn State.
Me too. It'll be slow at first. Don't be worrying at halftime if it's only like 28-10. After that, it's going to get worse.
What do you think about those 51 points? Who's all scoring those? Penn State.
Most of those are Penn States, yes.
Maybe 3 from the other team.
Number 2, Wake Forest. They showed me something last week. They're 3-1. They're at number 23, Florida State, who's undefeated, believe it or not. It's been a while since you've been able to say that about Florida State. Florida State by 6.5. The over/under is 64,
wow.
Stephen.
I'll take Wake Forest in the points.
Mark?
Going Wake Forest in the points. No, I'm going to go Florida State. They got to prove to me they can get beat. They're not going to do it. Wait a second. Let me go find that.
Yeah, find that one real quick.
Find it here. I got to click on it again.
Not gonna be able to do it.
I'll just leave it up there for a while.
And I'm not going to be able to take Florida State until they show me they can beat somebody worthy.
Oh!
So I'm going to take the points at Wake Forest. I'm not saying Florida State can't win this, but you got to show me you can beat somebody that's ranked for a change.
You'll see this weekend.
I might. Number 17, Texas A&M. They're 3-1. Got that lucky win last week. They're at Mississippi State, which is also 3-1. Now get this. Mississippi State unranked as a favorite by 4 points at home, over under 45, Stephen.
I'm going to say Mississippi State.
You're going to say Mississippi State. Mark?
No reason why. You just picked Mississippi State? Nah, fans. That's what I was going to go with until he said that. I'm going to go Texas A&M just to be different against him.
If I'm the coach of Texas A&M right now, I am showing the spread. Hey, we're a ranked team, and they think we're going to get beat at their crib. So Texas A&M, if you don't pull this out for me, I'd even go money line on this if I'm betting it.
Woo!
I wouldn't quite call it an upset because it's only 4 points, but I think A&M wins this one on the road.
I put that little note on there. Shane Moneyline.
All right, see the twinkle in his eye. Number 1, Georgia, in the land, 4-0. They're at Missouri, 2-2, who should have won the game in overtime at Auburn, but decided to fumble the ball into the end zone in OT. So Georgia by 29, over under 54. Stephen.
Don't get me wrong. Georgia plays Missouri. Missouri plays Georgia pretty tough. Past few years, you go back and look at it, not really a blowout. It's really not. I'm going with Georgia, but Missouri's probably going to cover.
All right, so from a points perspective, he says Missouri will probably cover, but obviously Georgia's going to win it.
Yeah.
Mark?
So he's going with Georgia. I'm confused.
Well, no, he's saying Missouri plus the 29 or whatever.
So you're going Missouri with the point spread?
Georgia's going to win is what he's saying.
So you're picking Missouri. Hang on, let me scribble that out.
He's taking the points of Missouri if you had to bet it.
Okay. Whew, well, I'm not. I'm going Georgia. Georgia
on your
I think they cover.
30's a lot. I wouldn't have normally said that, but then I watched. Who was that last week? Kent State?
Kent State, yeah. Kent State. Nobody.
17.
Yeah, and Georgia didn't cover.
That's great.
So I think the home crowd's going to get pumped up. I think I'm going to take Missouri in the points.
Holy
29's a lot. I think Georgia wins by 20, 17-20, which isn't enough to cover.
All right. Let me put that down. Shane says 17-20.
Number 10, North Carolina State. They're undefeated. At number 5, Clemson, also undefeated. So this should be a good evening window game here. Clemson by 6.5, over under 43.5. So not a lot of scoring expected here, Steve-O.
I'm going to go with North Carolina State.
North Carolina State, all right.
Wow. It's not a lot of scoring, but they still got Clemson 6.5, basically 7 points.
Yep.
I'm going Clemson.
You're going Clemson.
Yep.
I'm going Clemson, and I'm going over all day. 43.5. Come on now. These two offenses can score more than 43 points total.
Yep, I agree, because I think that's low with the point spread being minus 6.5.
Unless there's some sort of tropical downpour that's going to go on all game there, which I didn't look into, but I think that hurricane that's coming to shore is supposed to be out of there by the time the game starts. If not, if it's pouring its butt off there,
it's going to be under.
It'll be under.
It'll probably be under, and it's probably going to stay within that 7, would be my guess.
Now, there is going to be a tropical storm in Nebraska.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
From their tiers.
Tiger.
Okay, sorry. I'm getting anxious.
I know you're getting anxious. Georgia Tech, 1-3. They're not good. At number 24, Pittsburgh, 3-1. Pittsburgh's 22-point favorites here, over under 49.
Pittsburgh,
Mark?
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Not 30. What is that, 23? You can make it more than that.
Actually, it's 22.
22.
What do you want to put it on?
32.
32. Mark's going to give 32. I think Pittsburgh wins, covers. I don't know about 32, but 22 I like.
Let me write 32 down.
All right.
All right, got it.
Arizona State. Speaking of teams that aren't good, 1-3. They're at number 6 USC, who's undefeated. USC 25.5-point favorites, over under 60.
that should be a little bit more, 25. I think
I thought so.
USC is going to probably blow them out. Probably 40-0 or something.
They're going to.
You say 40?
Yeah.
All right, let me put 40 down.
See if that's right. Mark?
I'm going USC as well. I think it's going to be more. I just don't know what. But again, they're undefeated. Someone's got to beat them.
That's it.
Not going to beat this team.
They ain't going to do it.
Not going to be able to do it.
That's right. They ain't going to be able to do it. That's going to be USC. Stanford, a 1-2 versus 13 Oregon. Oregon's at home here, 3-1. Oregon's 17-point favorites, which is kind of shocking to me. That's it. 63 there, Stephen.
I'm going to go with Oregon.
Oregon all day.
Make it a triple play for Oregon.
All right.
I don't think Oregon's really the 13th best team in the country, but Stanford's going to make them look like it this week.
Sweet.
All right, so those are your top 25 games. We did throw 2 extra games in notables here.
All right.
This one, Iowa State at Kansas. The reason I put this in the notables is because Kansas football, for the first time since I thought they said 1986 or something crazy, is 4-0.
Something like that.
On the season in football. Iowa State, though, comes in, and they're 3-point favorites on their on Kansas home turf.
Who'd Kansas beat?
Well, Kansas, they beat Houston. Sorry, Yossi. And they beat a couple of other really nobodies.
Okay.
All right? So,
All right.
Well, who you like?
I'm going to go with the Iowa State.
Iowa State covering the 3.
State.
All right.
At Kansas.
Yep.
Well, I'll go Kansas. Well, you know, whatever. I'm a big dumb animal. I'll go Kansas because they're undefeated. I don't understand how they got there, but whatever.
Call me a big dumb animal too.
I wasn't sure what that
I'm
was.
going to believe in. I don't believe in Iowa State. They just back and forth. Now Iowa State should be able to win this game, but I think Kansas got themselves a little momentum here, and this isn't the juggernaut that I think is going to get them.
Kansas got a good quarterback and a good cornerback. Safety, I think.
Yeah.
His name's Kobe Bryant.
So that's why you took
Iowa State.
Iowa State. All right.
He says 2 players don't beat 11.
Yeah.
In his mind. Remember, that's his dump truck.
Yeah, that's dump truck.
All right, the other game on here, Indiana 3-1 is at Nebraska 1-3. Now here you go.
I don't understand this.
Nebraska's a 5-point favorite at home, so 60.5.
Did Preston make this line? He had to have. What you got, Steven?
I'm going to go with Indiana.
Going Indiana. Well, that's a shocker to me.
Indiana, huh? Mark?
You shouldn't even have to ask me. You're giving me points to play Nebraska? Okay. Yeah, you know, that whoever did the line there, I think that might be a...
Well, a real man would say, I'll just take Indiana money line.
Okay. I'll take the Indiana money line. I don't need the points. I was going to give up 5, but all right. I think this is one of those... I think whoever typed this -5 was a human error, and it should be +5 to Nebraska.
It might be.
Yeah.
Now, look.
Or Preston gave it to you.
They fired their defensive coordinator after the last game. They got stomped. They've had a week off, so...
Oh, boy.
I think they got a little better, but not enough. The defensive players are who they are.
Are
I
you
think
all right?
they'll play a little more. I'm not picking Nebraska.
Oh.
I was going to say, hold on now.
man.
But look, Nebraska hasn't made a lot of these games close lately, but I think this one will be a close one. But I think Indiana does. I'll take the 5, but I think Indiana does win by 3 to 7, somewhere in that range. I don't think it's a stomping here.
Here's what I think about you thinking it's a close game.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Well, we'll see. So those are your top 25 and a couple of bonuses in the NCAA.
That's a great toy. I love it.
I like it. That's one of my favorite ones right off the bat. All right, National Football League, Week 4 here, Thursday night recap. Last night we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show. Miami Dolphins was defeated finally, so there's only one undefeated team left in the NFL.
Oh, who's that? Please tell us. I know he's dying.
That's
I know
Shane's favorite team.
I know.
Yeah, Philadelphia Eagles.
Between Nick and Preston.
Yeah. And I don't think they're probably going to get beat this week, but that's just a headline.
No, we went through that last week. Remember, I was telling you.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals beat them 27-15. Big storyline in here was that Tua got knocked out pretty much right before the half. Second quarter, I believe.
Very scary.
I seen something this morning before I came here. He's at home now, resting.
Good.
Yep.
That's good because that looks scary. When he went out and he had that where his hands were just kind of like frozen.
Frozen, yeah.
Yep.
That
Fingers twisted up, kind of crossing.
And although I can't prove it, and I'm not a medical doctor by any stretch.
But you did stay at a Holiday Inn.
Yeah, it's been a while, though, since I did that. Last week didn't look good either.
No.
Although they said he cleared concussion protocol. But
Yeah.
you get rocked like that. And that one wasn't, to me, that one wasn't even a really hard hit. He got hit earlier a little harder than that.
I seen that hit.
Now let me ask you: do you think that he should have been on last night's game? That the defensive player should have been penalized for throwing him to the ground, slamming him to the ground?
The play before he got.
No, the play he got concussed on.
Oh no.
You don't think so? Because
no.
he picked him up off the ground and slammed him.
Well, that wasn't the play he actually got knocked out on.
Yes.
There was a flag earlier than that where a guy hit him on the side or below, right?
Yeah.
No, but the play that he got concussed on, the player picked him up off the ground and slammed him.
And his head went
Back of his helmet hit the ground.
Yep.
You may want to do a little ESPN review.
I'm going to have to do that because
really?
I thought the play that I saw him get sacked and the guy wrapped
I know
him
what
around
play
his
you're talking
ankle
about.
and
Yeah.
off to the side, and that's when that happened.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think that hit was an egregious, meant to take him out hit, if that's what you're saying. I wasn't throwing the flag.
The rule is if you pick him up off the ground, you can't slam him. And he picked him up, and his feet's off the ground, and the back of his head's the first thing that hits the turf.
Well, maybe
That's like a WWE move. I know how much you love WWE.
Maybe he grabbed him like this, then he
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to look at that
Watch
because
it.
evidently my TV must have had a different game on when
Probably watching Nebraska.
I'm sure I wasn't watching that. All right, so for all of you that took Cincinnati to cover the 4, you're good. And if you guys went under the 49, which there's been a fair amount of games that have gone under in the NFL so far this year, you were golden there, too. It only came up to 42.
And, if you go back to our Monday episode, we talked about what would happen if Tulu wasn't playing,
Yes.
and we gave a scenario on that. And if he was playing, we gave a scenario on that. But we didn't say what if he only plays for half.
Yeah.
But if you told me if he's only going to get a half, and I would have took Cincinnati.
I would have, too.
To be honest with you, I think he wouldn't be able to be able to play. I think NFL should have stepped in there. I know he passed protocol. Hey, risking his life right there,
Yeah. He
Well, that
should have
looked bad.
They should have made him take a week off.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway,
Because they played Sunday, then they come a short week playing Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, we're not medical doctors by no means, so we weren't there for the concussion protocol question. So we can speculate all we want, but
Right.
anyway, congratulations, Cincinnati, on your win. That was the first time I ever did see the black and white uniforms. That was kind of different.
That was different.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing that before, but I don't usually
might-
watch Cincinnati in years past because they are not very good.
I think that's a Color Rush uniform. Their Color Rush uniform every Thursday. Once a team will play in a different colored jersey they got.
That reminded me of that white chocolate Kit Kat bar.
Yeah,
Little sprinkle of.
I like Kit Kat bars.
It's like the Steelers.
Kit.
Come on, Kyle, get us some Kit Kat bars.
I think the
Kyle.
Steelers will be playing in like a yellow uniform. Uniform. I can't remember.
All right.
A bumblebee. All
Now,
right.
keep in mind, this week there's an early game. They're being played in London. They're the Minnesota Vikings 2-1 at the New Orleans Saints. They're 1-2 on the season. New Orleans is expecting to probably not have Jameis Winston and for sure not going to have Michael Thomas, from what I've read.
Yes.
Minnesota's a 3-point favorite. Overseas, over under 41.5. Just real quick, you got any thoughts on that game, Steve-O?
I'm going to go with Minnesota. I can't trust Andy Dalton.
Yeah, there you go. Mark?
I'm going Minnesota because of the injuries or the people that are out for the Saints.
Yeah, I'm leaning Minnesota, too, because Alexander Madison really isn't that much of a downgrade from Dalvin Cook these days, in my opinion. And outside of that, Minnesota seems to be closer to full strength than New Orleans is, unfortunately.
Yippee.
All right, then we go to our normal noon contest here. The Browns at 2-1. They're at the Falcons, the Dirty Birds.
No,
Cleveland is favored by a point in Stevens' house at 47 over under, Steve-O. You got to be mad about that.
You start this off with this game.
I do.
Yeah. The Falcons should be at least favored. At least a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. He's calling it out now.
Yeah.
Falcons by a touch.
Oh, my.
By a tutty. Mark?
Hey, listen, I think the Falcons against the Browns, it looks like it's going to be Browns versus Nebraska. So, of course, who am I going with? I'm going with the Browns.
Oh, my goodness.
I said at the beginning of the year they'd win 2 games. Guess who their second game win's supposed to be against?
Jets?
That was one of them. And then the Dirty Birds.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. I compared the Falcons to the Jets.
What about you, Shane?
Falcons have surprised me with the offense here. They've been close. Even against the 49ers, they mounted a comeback. So I like their chances to win here at home. I do. Although we still have to have you check for concussion after that 7-point prediction. Hey. He might have hit his head on the way into the building.
Their defense is coming around a lot. I think their defense is going to show up a lot more than it's supposed to this game.
All right. You got that clip ready, Mark?
Hey, I got it ready.
All right.
Holy cow.
Buffalo Bills 2-1 at the Baltimore Ravens. They're also 2-1. This should be a really, really good game here. Buffalo's favored by a field goal, though, on the road, over under 51. Steve-O.
I think Baltimore.
Taking Baltimore. Mark?
Well, I think if the offensive coordinator up there in the booth has a new Microsoft Surface, I think I'm going to go with Buffalo.
I'd love to know about Buffalo's defense. If it's in the same shape as it was against Miami, they're going to have some problems stopping Baltimore, and it will be a score fest. I do like the over if that is the case, but I think Buffalo has the better all-around team at the skill positions on offense.
Yeah, 2 MVP quarterbacks going at it right there.
Yeah, I know that makes
a
for a good game, but I would take Buffalo and lay the field goal, but be sweating it some because I don't think this one's an easy one at all.
No.
But one that I do think's easy. Oh, you have a...
Oh, you got something?
I was going to say I like the sweat.
You like to sweat?
Yeah.
Well, I know. By taking the Falcons -7, we knew all that.
Oh, I thought maybe it had something to do with the dump truck.
Oh, no.
He sweats there, too. Washington Commanders 1-2 at the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys 2-1?
There we go. Shirt popping. Oh, he's got his Cowboys gear on, too.
Had to get that.
Shirt popping?
Shirt popping.
Huffing and puffing?
Huffing and puffing.
Yeah,
Son
right.
of a- Dallas -3. They're a field goal here. They over under 41.5. So they were a underdog at the Giants. Took care of business there. Now they're a home favorite against the Washington Commanders, Steve-O.
I'm going to go with Washington.
Oh, my God. Now you're
You
having
sure?
the first and last race every day.
Oh, hang on a second. I got to write this down. All right. Did you check him before he came in to give him a little smelling salt, see if he was concussed?
Something.
I'm going to Cowboys.
You're going Cowboys?
I got lucky last week because the CD Lamb's that one-hand catch. If he would have not caught that,
All right. Tell me what's the Washington got.
Washington,
Yeah, what's Washington got besides the commode?
they got healthy players.
Except the offensive line.
Oh,
And did you see, by chance, what Danny Dimes was under? And he's more mobile than Carson Wentz.
wait a minute. West Memphis Junior High has healthy players.
I don't think Cooper Rush, he's been playing good, but it's time for a downfall here.
Oh, okay.
Because pretty soon, Dak's going to be back.
Well, we'll see.
I got this clip
get you
ready,
this.
too.
Dallas should win this one. I think they win it by 7-10. But knowing my Cowboys for as long as I've known them, they might be feeling too good about themselves right now. And then they don't have the kind of offensive prowess to just score 21 and a quarter. Like, they're better than Iowa, obviously, at offense. But don't get too full of yourself and somehow fall behind at home and give these guys any shot that they think they're going to win.
Yeah.
Dallas jumps on them quick with a touchdown right off the first drive, then it's over. I don't think Washington, but if Washington gets up 7-10 early, turnover, whatever, blown coverage, that game starts to make me sweat.
Okay.
Cowboys, by the way.
Oh, all right. I was like, where are we going with
Seahawks 1-2 at the Lions 1-2. Lions, it's a very posh thing. They're favored again, -4 at home, -48. Last time they were favored at home was against those Commanders, and they won 40. What do you think on those Lions?
Well, I'm going to go with Seattle.
Oh,
Wow.
Seattle.
Detroit's going to be missing their main wide receiver, Monra. He's not playing. He's going to be out.
All right. That's a for sure.
That's for sure.
Mark.
Yeah, I don't think that matters because I think the Lions' defense is much better than Seahawks' offense. And I'm going with Detroit. I think they should, that record, don't let that record fool you because they should have won at least one of those games that they lost. It was pretty close.
I think Detroit wins the game. Seattle does a backdoor cover, though. They lose by 3.
So you're picking Seattle?
I'm picking Seattle +4.
I got to scribble that out.
Chargers, they're at the Houston Texans. Texans still winless at 0-2-1 here. The Chargers favored by 5, even with all their woes on the offensive line, over under 45, Stephen.
I'm going to go with Houston. I
The
don't know
win or
what
just cover?
the cover.
All right. Mark?
Yeah, I'm going the same way. I think Houston covers. I'm not sure they win, but I think they cover.
You get beat by the Chicago Bears. I cannot call you any bit of good at all. I don't care. You had the lead. You let the Bears score on you. I'm going to take the Chargers laying the 5.
All right.
Tennessee Titans are on the road 1-2 against the Colts, who are 1-1-1. They're just average. But Colts are favored by 3 and the hook, 3.5. 43 is the over-under, Stephen.
Indianapolis in the over.
Indianapolis in the over there.
This is a tough game because it's going to be a running game the whole time.
Yes.
And I know Tennessee has the better running back, but this is so tough. But since you're giving me 3.5 points, I'm going to go Tennessee.
You almost hit everything that I would have said, except I actually think Indianapolis probably has the better running back these days.
Wow.
Just because of the mileage on Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor's a lot younger, but to your point, I think it's probably 35 runs apiece and 17 passes apiece, and this game's going to be over quick. I like Tennessee to cover. They may flat out win it, too. I don't know.
Woohoo!
Bears, the team I despise at 2-1. They're at the Giants. Oh, good Lord. This game's actually on TV. Giants -3, 39.5.
I'm going to go with Justin Fields, Chicago Bears.
The Bears. Mock.
The Bears. I just don't like the Giants.
Give me the field goal. I'll take the Bears to keep it close. I have no idea who wins this. This could be a tie.
That'd be sweet.
Could be a 6-6 tie. Jacksonville Jaguars, they're on the uptick here at 2-1. They're at the Eagles, the only undefeated team left in the NFL at 3-0. Philly,
Wow.
a 6.5-point favorite, over under 45.5, Steve-O.
I'm going to do a Jacksonville Jaguars to cover.
Jacksonville
my
Jaguars to
goodness.
cover.
Trevor Lawrence has developed past few games, and he's been playing really good. He's going to be an elite quarterback I think, down the road.
All right, Mark.
I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think Jacksonville's faced a team like the Eagles yet, and Eagles are at home. Eagles win.
I would say they would have faced a team like that last week at the Chargers, but they blew the barn doors off.
Chargers are struggling.
On the road, the Jacksonville, no, they got a coach. If you don't think coaching makes a difference, the coach has done wonders, Doug Peterson.
And it's his homecoming.
And his homecoming back to Philly, so I think his team's going to play really tough. So I'm going to take Jacksonville to cover, but I think Philadelphia ekes it out late with a field goal or a late touchdown, but won't cover. But I like all those things about this game. Peterson, I think his team's going to play real hard for him. And that Jacksonville defense now can come get after you a little bit.
Oh my God!
What, you're not going to do it?
It's just hang on a second. Yeah, let me go ahead.
Not gonna be able to do it.
There you go.
New York Jets 1-2. They're at the Steelers 1-2. Pittsburgh somehow field goal favored here. 41.5 the over/under. Stephen.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh in the over.
Pittsburgh in the over. Oh, we got some points going on here. Huh?
Whoa.
All right, Mark.
Hold the phone. I'm going Steelers as well. I'm not going over though, but I'll go with Steelers because why?
Why?
JETS. No defense.
The Steelers play last week.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Well, these two teams are horrible.
They lost to the New England Patriots at home. And if Mitch Trubisky starts again, I think the quarterback battle's pretty even because you got Mr.
Zach Wilson
coming back.
Yeah.
And if not, Flacco's been throwing it enough. I'll take the Jets plus the 3.
Oh.
I don't like the game much, but that's where I would go because Steelers can't score.
You love
reason.
the Jets. I hope that's your lock.
Jets. I don't love the Jets at all. No. I won't.
Is it your lock?
No,
Is
it's
it your
not
lock?
a lock.
Dang.
It's not even a pick. All right, late afternoon games. There's only 3 of them. The Cardinals 1-2 at the Panthers. Baker Mayfield somehow has a 1-point favorite here for the home team. 43.5 the over/under. Steve-O.
I'm going to go with Arizona.
Arizona.
Yep, Arizona for me as well.
Make it a 3-way, Arizona. It won't be easy because Arizona never makes anything easy on themselves, but I think they find a way here. New England Patriots, they're down to Brian Hoyer.
Yep.
Who dat?
The QB 1-2 at the Packers. So this is your biggest line of the week. At 9.5, the Packers are favored by over under 40.5. Stephen.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Mock.
Green Bay, that 9.5 still isn't enough.
That's exactly what I got marked down here too. So yeah, give me Green Bay. Now, come on, Aaron Rodgers. Do not you beat the Chicago Bears at full strength by more than this.
They're at home. They'll do it.
Yeah, I hope so. Denver Broncos, I'm still waiting for them to show up. 2-1 somehow, though. They're at the Raiders, who are undefeated. Now, get this. The undefeated Raiders. 2.5-point favorites
here. Did you say undefeated Raiders?
I'm sorry, winless.
Holy cow.
I might have gave you.
You must have hit that same spot that he hit, that Steven hit.
I might have gave you a preview to who I pick here. The Raiders are 2.5-point favorites, 45.5, Stephen.
I think Denver shows up.
Do you?
Yep.
Keeps them winless, huh?
Yep.
Mark?
I agree. I think they do as well. You're giving me points on top of that? All right, sweet.
Yeah, I'll give you those 2. And I got to take the Raiders.
Yeah.
Denver's defense is pretty good now.
Yeah, you got to take them, especially if you think they're undefeated.
They're good. Well, I had them to win, so that's, I guess, why I envisioned it. The Raiders, they just have too good of a roster to lose. But Russell Wilson has not looked good.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, and they will not give Javonte Williams 20 carries, which blows me away.
They need to.
They need to.
If they do, I think they'll win more games.
Yeah, if I knew Javonte was getting 20 carries or touches, didn't even have to be carries, and Russell Wilson could throw 200 yards in a game, then I think Denver wins. But I haven't seen that.
They release some stress from the quarterback if you give this guy 20 carries,
Yeah.
Give it to me, baby.
Anyway, I picked the Raiders. I don't feel great about it, but I think they're in desperation mode now, and they're at home. Got to win one there. Kansas City Chiefs, they're your late night, Sunday night game at Tampa Bay. Should be a really good one here. Tampa Bay's favored by the home point, the 1 point. And 45.5 is the over-under, Steve-O.
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Kansas City's not that good without Tyreek. When it comes down to win games, who they have.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. It's going to be a tough game, especially since the game's up in Minnesota. So I don't really think that there's going to be a home field advantage either way.
Oh, breaking news. They're not going to Minnesota.
Oh, they're not.
No, they will play that game in Tampa because the area pretty much avoided any real damage. So they're good to play there.
Can the players get in from Kansas City?
Yes.
Okay.
The airport opened up this morning, so they're supposed to be in there Saturday.
Boy,
Does that change it?
No, I'm still going Kansas City.
All right. I took Tampa. Another bit of news that Chris Godwin, and not that this matters a whole lot, Julio Jones both practiced Wednesday. So, and Mike Evans will be back from the one-game suspension. So when I look at the pieces that Brady's thrown to,
yeah, he'll
have his weapons back for the most part. It'll be a good game either way, but I'll take the home team in this one because Tampa, I think, still stinging a little bit from the Green Bay defeat last week.
Yeah.
I don't think
it's going to be a close game.
Yeah. All right. And then just for, S's and G's, Los Angeles Rams 2-1 at the 49ers 1-2. San Francisco is a 1.5-point favorite, though, at home. 42.5, Stephen.
I'm going to go with the Rams.
Rams. All right.
Yeah, I'm going Rams as well because I was not happy with Garoppolo's picks there.
Garoppolo's?
Yeah.
And what's the health status on Debo since last week?
Well, his bicycle was stolen.
He got hurt.
Give me my bike. 49ers always playing well. The Rams, they have trouble. But Rams have been eking that one out. And then for some reason, San Francisco ends up beating them. They seem to somehow pull it out.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick it today without knowing Debo's status, I'll still go 49ers at home to win by a field goal, 4 points, something like that. The Rams, to me, just even though they're winning, they're not winning like Super Bowl contenders winning type of stuff. All right?
All right.
So those are all your NFL actions, Marcellus.
All right, boy.
So now it's time for the game we all love to play.
Oh, is it time, Paul?
It's time for the pick six.
It's time for the pick six.
Each one of us, the pros over here that you're seeing now, Mark and I will face off against Steven. We get to pick 6 Sunday NFL games. I'm finally getting that point. 6 NFL games.
Yes.
And within that 6, one of them will be your best bet. You'll get to pick them against the spread, and every one you get right's worth a point. If your best bet hit, that's worth 2 points.
Now.
So.
On our pick 6, we have the average Joe. We have Steven up here. Now, normally we would have T-shirts to give you. You get your selection of 2 different colors. You get to choose one. We'll just pretend that they're here for you.
Yeah.
But when we do get them, you will get your shirt. So you get that just for being on the show as the average Joe.
Okay. Appreciate that.
And what could he win, Shane?
All right, Steve-O, if you beat one of us in this pick 6 game, you will get a $25 food and beverage gift certificate anywhere in this building. If you beat both of us, that goes to 50.
Oh, man.
$50. That's a stake.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a stake there.
Yeah, that's a stake. So that's what's on the line today. And if we beat you, you still get the T-shirt.
That's right.
But you get to watch us eat food.
Yeah.
Instead.
It's all good. I think I can beat y'all.
All right, so here we go. We always let our average Joe or our guest decide what order, first, second, or third, they wish to go in this pick 6. You'll save your best bet until everybody's given their 6 selections, and then we'll go do our best bets, all right?
All right, I'll go third.
You'll go third. All right.
Who you want to go first?
Let's go.
It don't matter.
Mark.
Go Mark.
Yeah, we'll go Mark first. How about that?
I think there was conspiracy on that one. All right.
So here's Moneyline Mark's El Picos for...
That's right. You ready for this? Are you ready?
Make sure you give me the spread that you got, too. So
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, all right,
I don't want you to... I don't want anything to happen like what happened to Osie's picks last week.
Yeah, we lost them.
Yeah, we lost him.
But he still figured it out.
Yeah, he probably has. I don't think so. I think he just... Maybe. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so for my first pick, I'm going Browns -1 over the Falcons.
Really? What do you like about that?
Peekaboo. What do you think of that? I think Cleveland has the victory here by their run game.
No kidding. Okay.
Yep, against the Falcons. All right. Next one, I'm going to take the Cowboys -3 over the Commodes. A big mismatch here. The Dallas defense is just going to put a stomping to them.
Hey.
Big old stomping. All right. Now I'm taking Jacksonville +6.5 over the Eagles. I did say I thought the Eagles would win. but I don't think they'll cover.
Oh, all right. So
that's why I'm taking Jacksonville.
kind of on that gravy train.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, that's right. And then we talked about this earlier. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers minus 9.5 over the Patriots. Minus 9.5 still isn't enough.
What are you willing to give? What's the alternate line as those two?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the alternate line I would give 13.5.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right.
He's going to do it.
Yep, I'm going to do it. All right, my next pick, I'm going to take the Steelers minus 3 over the Jets.
Oh,
the Steelers have rested 10 days.
You just can't pick anything on the Jets ever, probably, huh?
Right, and that's what I'm going to get to. So the Steelers have rested for 10 days. The Pittsburgh offense has been struggling in a big way, but this is going to be the game that they get their confidence back. Why?
Why?
JETS, no defense. There you go. And for my final pick, I'm taking the Lions minus 4 over the Seahawks. Lions coming off a loss that I think they should have won. And Seattle has 2 straight losses, and they've looked bad doing it. And I don't think the Seahawks defense is improving whatsoever. So I'm going Lions.
All right, so Moneyline Mark, he's going to take Cleveland minus that point. Dallas minus 3. Jacksonville plus 6.5. The Packers at minus 13. Pittsburgh at minus 3 and Detroit at minus 4. All right, we'll give him 9.5.
All right.
We'll see if he actually comes through at 13. I hope he does, because that'll mean that I did well on that one too.
Oh, sweet.
All right. So then.
All right, hold on, and let me get to you.
That's all right. Stephen, you still want to go last, right? You want to hear all these great picks?
Yeah.
He's going last?
He says, yeah.
Steven's going last, huh?
He does.
All right.
All right, here we go. We got me up. First game
Yes.
I like here is I like the Minnesota Vikings minus 3. I just think they're too beat up, the Saints. Andy Dalton, I think somebody said it. Who said they can't trust the Red Rocket?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
I can't trust him at all.
I mean, I saw a while in Dallas. He's okay, but to make you win a game, he didn't do much of that when he got his opportunities. So give me the Vikings there in the early morning game. I rarely do this because of my emotional investment, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Cowboys minus 3. You're on a roll. Washington's offensive line is not good. They're beat up, and so I think Dallas will get to them early and often, cause a couple of turnovers. That'll be the difference in the game. I do not think it'll be a blowout, though. Next game, which I'm shocked Mark didn't take, since he thinks they got the best running back in the world, is Tennessee Titans.
Oh.
Go ahead and give me the 3.5 here, because I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think the way they run the ball, anybody's going to really pull ahead of one another.
Yeah, it's too close for me to try.
That hook, I just see that hook coming into play. Indy by 3, Indy by 2, something like that. It's going to be close. And then, Mark, I'm glad you did this. I'm not going to give 13.5, but I'm going to go minus 9.5 and take the Green Bay Packers here.
Yeah, what do you think they'll win by?
Now, he's an all right, serviceable guy, but now, Devontae Parker is supposed to be pretty good, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do like Devontae Parker things like he did last week, 10 for $140 something. Yeah. Not against Green Bay's defense.
No. Green Bay's defense is top 5 defense, I think.
Yes, they should be. And here's the one that probably blows everybody's doors away. I think they're in desperation mode. Give me Las Vegas. Give me the Raiders. I'm going to go ahead and give up that 2.5? Yeah, minus 2.5 points because.
Oh, I thought it was minus 7.5.
No, not even close. That much I knew it wasn't. So I think they're in desperation mode. Yeah. Usually desperate teams do desperate things, and the Broncos have not looked good in their wins at all. And their loss to Seattle was mind-baffling to me, seeing the state of Seattle football right now.
Yeah.
And my last one, which I like because I think they get all their weapons back. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus a point. And that's a Sunday night football game, so at least I have something to watch that night that may pay dividends for me. So I like the Minnesota game minus 3. Dallas also giving up a field goal. Tennessee plus 3.5. Green Bay minus 9.5. Vegas minus 2.5. And Tampa Bay minus 1. So realistically, I like 5 favorites and 1 underdog in my deal there. Steve-O, what do you... So, you know what you're going against here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just saying, you heard all these great picks now. Hopefully you aren't trying to bogart us here.
No. You ready for my picks?
I'm ready.
All right.
Maybe
Oh,
not.
hang on.
We had Moneyline
Yeah.
Marks up there, which
Yeah, don't you
very
like
good.
that one? That's a good one. That would have been a good one. Give him my picks.
All right, Steve-O, we're ready to roll.
I'm going to take Atlanta +1.
Oh, what'd I tell you?
Not shocking.
Not shocking. All right, -1, he says. And that's just because it's a team, or you? Oh,
just
no,
not-
wait a minute. You said it was 7, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I got it written down on the sheet.
All right.
Put
hang
that on the
Yeah,
logo
put
too.
that there. Put that there.
All right, Steven's alternate line, -7.
That's right.
All right, we'll give you the one. That's the name of the game. Who do you like next?
Also, I like Seattle over Detroit +4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's just going straight against me. Keep it going.
No, I'm not going against you.
What else do you like?
Chicago Bears.
Oh my goodness.
The Bears.
And they're getting points. aren't they?
+3.
+3. Yeah, that field goal. Always love that plus field goal stuff. What else you got?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the spread?
-6.5.
Yeah, you'll get 6.5 against
Yeah.
the Eagles. All right. You
Yeah.
give them any chance of winning the game outright?
You know, I think they can. I think they can.
That could be the upset. You're
Yeah.
not going to do it.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be an upset though.
All right. What's your 5th team?
Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona, huh? Mm-hmm. I almost spelled it exactly how it sounded. What do you like about Arizona? Just the fact that they're playing the Panthers?
No, I think they got something to prove themselves. You know, I think they got a decent team. They're just not playing like they're supposed to play. You know,
I got you.
and I think this is a game that they prove everybody.
All right. And your last one?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is that just for your brother? Or?
No, I think they have a big game this week. Najee Harris.
And they are playing the Jets, right?
Jets, yeah.
ATS, Jets. All right, so the average Joe's picks for this week. Steven's taking his Dirty Birds -1, although he thinks they win by a touchdown at least. So go ahead and get that alternate line. I'll get you juicy money for that. Seattle +4, Chicago +3, Jacksonville +6.5, Arizona +1, and Pittsburgh -3. So Steven's taken 4 underdogs technically, although 2 of them are pretty close. And then a couple of favorites.
Well, let's go ahead and show the leaderboard here what he's working for, because, it kind of pains me to do this because, just because you know.
Just because you know.
Well, maybe. It's so bad it doesn't even want to come up. What's that tell you? I love that even better.
on the pick 6 game so far, yeah.
Well, that's a pity. It won't come up. Oh, that's too bad.
OC basically has the average Joes in front of the pros right now.
Oh, okay.
I had a good first week and a couple of really crappy second. I had 4 points the first week and I think 1 point each of the next 2. Mark's been right down the middle. He's had 2 points every week,
That's right.
3 weeks.
No, nothing.
Nothing. All
That's
right,
too
so
bad.
you're just going to have to take our word for it.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, you guys are currently in the lead with 9, right?
Yep.
Saying we're knocking on the back door. We both are sitting there with 6. So
Okay.
All right, so now time for the best bet. Mark, since you went first, who's your best bet out of the 6 you chose today?
well, I know how much you love the Cowboys, and I'm about to curse them because I'm going with the Cowboys as my pick of the week.
Oh, my goodness. Pick of the week. Best bet is the Cowboys. Steve-O.
I think the
wait a
best-
minute. I got to go first.
That's right.
If I'm going to play it. I almost got him to roll. My best bet, Green Bay, -9.5. Mark says they win by 13. I'm taking that to the bank.
Wow.
Steve-O.
My best bet is Chicago Bears.
What? Not the
Whoa,
Falcons?
my
I'm
goodness.
just thinking it was going to be the Falcons.
Yeah, since they're going to win by 7. I mean,
Yeah.
crying out loud. All right, so the average Joe's got the Chicago Bears as their best bet. Marcellus has got the Cowboys.
That's
and
right.
I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers.
So for the year so far, you are 9-14, Shane, and I am 8-14
On the best bet.
on the
right?
best bet. Yep, best bet of the week.
There you go.
All right.
Well, that's the game. Good luck, Steven.
Hey, good luck to y'all.
Yeah. And then how'd you like being on the show today? All right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
We'll see how much you love it Monday.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get a good clip out of that. All right, keep in mind, everybody, the Odds Brothers Diz Live recordings here inside the Bentley Sportsbook in Southland Casino and Tell. We are located in West Memphis, Arkansas. We do it right around lunchtime on Mondays and Fridays. Monday will be our recap show. We call it a WTF Monday. We'll see if the average Joes or the pros win here. And then our Friday show is the big old pick show on both college and our pick six game on the pros. So all that, if you want to know how to become a average Joe and be on the show, just stop us, ask us how to do it. We take your name down, you sign a little media release, we schedule you in. You're on the show that way. You know the prizes. Hopefully we don't give out many. That means we suck.
That's what I'm saying.
But eventually we'll get the T-shirts out, and that'll be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool, Kai.
Do appreciate this, y'all.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's good having you on.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Will do.
We need tens and tens of views.
Y'all gonna get Dave up here?
Who's Dave?
Dave.
Oh, yeah. Hawkeye Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. We have to think of some special occasion to get him on the show here.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll call it, but
We're going to have to hold that
Probably have to-
microphone all the way over here by me.
And what do you think of those Hawkeyes? Minus 18 against nobody, against the Cornhuskers. That was not a Dave.
No, that was more of a Fred.
That was more of Fred. Yeah. All right, everybody. What do you got?
I'll get my Uncle Fred up here.
We plan on asking him.
Oh, okay.
That'll be good. I don't know what team he'll pick or what he likes.
He's a Giants fan.
Oh, my God. I wish we could have got him up here last week.
Well, what we need to do is get him up here when Giants play Dallas.
Again. Yeah, let's see if he'll get on that one. I'll have to look at the calendar to see what he likes. All right, you ready to send us home?
I think so. We'll see how this works out.
All right, well, everybody, for Moneyline Mark, I'm Point Spread Shane, and we'd like to thank our guest, Average Joe Stephen, once again, for doing the show with us today. You are listening and watching. If you're on YouTube, the Odds Brothers Podcast. We'll see you on Monday for the recap show. Until then, man, peace out, good luck, and, hold things tight.
All right.
Thank you for listening to the Odds Brothers Podcast.
Are you not entertained?
Presented by the Bentley Sportsbook.
Hey, you want to make $14 the hard way?
Place your sports bets here from inside Southland Casino or from anywhere in Arkansas at southland.bentley.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click. It's real easy, man.
Be sure to follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and coming soon to YouTube. Keep in mind, in Arkansas, you must be 21 or older and located in Arkansas to bet. Please play responsibly. For help quitting, call 1-800-522-4700.